evening, welcome. This is Lin-Manuel Miranda, an online concert celebration presented here live by Joshua Mason, the company director at Inspirations Theatre Company. And I've just been told that I can now be heard, which is brilliant. I don't know what happened there. I wasn't muted, but I don't know. But I'm here now. So, hello! Joshua Mason here from Inspirations Theatre Company. And instead of kicking off with me talking, we instead heard from Emily Skill and Patrick Eustace from Chesterfield and their performance of Bigger. Now, this was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda for the opening number of the 2013 Tony Awards, and it even won an Emmy Award as well. And as you saw there, Emily's jigged around some of the lyrics to match not only our concert theme for this evening, but also the current coronavirus lockdown situation as well. So, massive congratulations to Emily and Patrick. That was fantastic. Thank you so much for sending this in. We have had an incredible week here celebrating the life, work and times of Lin-Manuel Miranda. On Monday, we watched 21 Chump Street, which is only 14 minutes long, but we also heard a song from it while you were waiting for the show to start tonight as well. Really, really good fun. Thank you to everybody who watched that. We had another one of our now famous musical theatre quizzes, which took place on Wednesday evening. Again, all about Lin-Manuel Miranda. We even had a special round all about Hamilton as well. Then on Friday evening, we started our read-through of In the Heights. And funnily enough, the show begins on the 3rd of July, and we began our read-through on the 3rd of July. Amazing. We're going to be finishing that on Sunday. And then tonight, we are celebrating the work of Lin-Manuel Miranda with performances that we have received again from all over the world, including some new faces that we haven't seen before as well. And of course, this is another big weekend for Lin-Manuel Miranda because he's just released the 2015 Broadway live recording of Hamilton on Disney+. And I'm sure there's plenty of people watching who will have seen that already. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I'm very, very excited. I don't know how I've been able to resist watching it up till this point, but I have. So, have you seen it? Let me know in the comments if you're watching here on Facebook or YouTube or on Band for our members or on Twitter. We would love to hear from you tonight, so why not tell me where you are, what your favourite Lin-Manuel Miranda song is, and also if you have seen the Disney Plus version of Hamilton and what you thought of it. I would love to hear from you this evening. Remember to follow Inspirations Theatre Company across all of our social media networks. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok and YouTube. Find all of our profiles at Inspo Theatre and you will get the latest and greatest updates from us, including knowing what our next theme is going to be. You'll be the first to know as we release that at 7:30 tomorrow evening. You also get to find out about really cool things like collaborations that we are doing. We are doing our first transatlantic collaboration with Broadway Everyday Star Theatre, which we're going to be releasing not next week but the week after as part of our concert that week. So the 18th of July, I believe that is. We're really, really excited to be working with another drama group on the other side of the world. We've also, this week has been a fantastic weekend for us. Last night we had our premiere performance at the International Choral Fest in Costa Rica, and we've got another performance happening tonight in about 20 minutes time, so you can check out our social media pages to find out more about that too. Right, now that you can hear me, let's get straight into our next performance, which has been sent in to us by another regular face here, and that is James Day from Southend-on-Sea. He's also roped in some family members for this song as well to do some miming for him. And James Day is doing something a little bit different. He is going to be doing the Hamilton Polka. Now, this was a medley of Hamilton songs, obviously written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, but that were turned into this polka comedy medley by Weird Al Yankovic. And you might know him, he's done Star Wars parodies and he's done lots of different parody songs. And this particular one is his most recent medley, which was released in 2018. So, thank you for sending this in, James. Without further ado, here he is with the Hamilton Polka.
1, 2, 3, 4. How does a bastard orphan son of a whore and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence impoverished and squalor grow up to be a hero and a scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being self-started by 14. They placed him in charge of the trading charter. Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton. And there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you wait. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can control. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I am inimitable, I am an original. And if there's a reason I'm still alive and so many have died, then I'm willing to work, Angelica, work, Eliza, and Peggy. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan. We just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down, 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 down. Hey! Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played, the art of the trade, how the sausage gets made. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. We're outgunned, what? Outmanned, what? Outnumbered, outplanned. We're gonna make an all-out stand, and you're gonna need a right-hand man. Hey, Hamilton. So he knows what to do in a trench, and you do it in fluent in French, I mean. Hamilton. So you're gonna have to use him eventually. What's he gonna do on the bench, I mean? Hamilton. No one has more resilience so much as my practical, tactical brilliance. Hamilton. You wanna fight for your land back? Hamilton. I need a right-hand man back. Hamilton. Get your right-hand man back. Hamilton. You know you gotta get your right-hand man back. Hamilton. I mean, you gotta put some thought into the letter with a salute about just get your right-hand man back. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Somebody has to stand up for the South. Somebody has to stand up to his mouth. If there's a fire you're trying to douse, you can't put it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet, I am complicit in Washington grabbing at power and kismet. Washington isn't gonna listen to discipline, distance. This is difference, this kid is out. In New York you can be a new man. How do you write? Like you're running out of time. Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? Let me tell you what I wish I know. When I was young I dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? I know that we can win. I know the greatness lies in you. But remember from here on in, history has its eyes on you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We're gonna rise up. Not throwing away my shot. Not throwing away my shot. Rise up, rise up. Rise up, rise up. And I am not throwing away my shot. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. Just wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Alexander.
James Day there from Southend-on-Sea with the Hamilton polka. I think there's about 10 or 12 different Hamilton songs. They're all in one long medley. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for sending that in, James. Now, Hamilton and Moana have both been really, really popular tonight, so make sure you stay tuned to hear more from both of those shows. Right, let's have a look what is coming up next. Of course, it is a bit more Hamilton, and from a familiar face again, it's Matthew Zadora in Hasland, and he has done a rendition of You'll Be Back from Hamilton. Enjoy!
Say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. You say your love is draining and you can't go on. Complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favourite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war. For your love, for your praise. And I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing you had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da da da. Everybody. Da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 da.
Thank you to Matthew Zadora for his rendition there of You'll Be Back from Hamilton. Hello everybody and welcome. This is Lin-Manuel Miranda, an online concert celebration presented live by Joshua Mason, the company director at Inspirations Theatre Company. And this is part of our 15th week of quarantine activities that we have been running completely free and open to all ages and abilities online during lockdown. And we're planning on continuing this as long as we are unable to rehearse face to face. We've also been putting together lockdown video performances with our members as well, so make sure that you are following us on all of our social media networks. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok and YouTube. Find all of those profiles at Inspo Theatre, and please also share everything with your family and friends who might like to get involved, and make sure that they like our pages too. Right, like I said, we've had a lot of Hamilton sent in tonight, and if you absolutely love You'll Be Back, then do not worry, because it'll be back later on as well. Right, let's see what we've got coming up next. Okay, we've got another familiar face. This is Evie Pullinger from Homewood. Hello, Evie. Thank you for sending this in. And Evie has actually sent us 2 performances this week, which is amazing. We have absolutely no limit on the amount of performances that people would like to send in. We've had 2, 3 sent in the past from people, so absolutely brilliant that you wanted to get involved with a couple this week, Evie. And it isn't from Hamilton or Moana, which is brilliant. It is instead from Bring It On, which is again another Lin-Manuel Miranda musical about cheerleading. So Evie is going to be performing One Perfect Moment.
I'm not freaking out, I'm really okay. I'm totally chill, or I will be someday. 'Cause I'm so near the top, but there's so many mountains to climb. There are plans to be planned, drills to be drilled, 'cause this dream that I dreamed is becoming fulfilled. And I plan to enjoy it, but right now I don't have the time. Fading on Campbell, an average teenager, almost grown. Close up on average grades from the average life she's known. Now zoom in the lens on the rest of her friends as she stays alone, doing the work, getting it right. 'Cause I know we'll have to be practically perfect, so I'll go above and beyond and pull through. This I will do. All that I'm asking is one perfect moment in time. I'm 17, there are so many things that I can't control. If I start to freak or feel weak, then I focus on just one goal. Turn down the panic attack in this routine like it owns my soul. Turn up the music so loud that it swallows us whole. And then there we are, we burn like a star. We're safe inside the world we know. And suddenly I'm in prep for the climb. And here I go, high in the air. There is a moment just before you start to fall. Live in that one
Evie Pullinger there from Homewood with one perfect moment from Bring It On. Right, let's get straight into our next performance tonight, and this has been sent in. Another familiar face. I don't think we've seen this person since, I'm going to say, Jukebox Musicals Week, so it is lovely to welcome you back. It is Chloe Nunnington, but she's also roped in her husband, James Nunnington, as well. And they are from Dronfield, and they are going to be performing Burn from Hamilton. So James is playing it on the guitar with Chloe singing along. So thank you so much for getting together and doing this, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. Apparently Hamilton is James's most favourite musical, and so this was Chloe's opportunity to drag him in and get him involved, and it's honestly turned out brilliantly. So thank you so much to both of you for getting involved. Without further ado, here is Chloe and James Nunnington from Dronfield with Burn from Hamilton.
I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, "Be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive." You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign of when you were mine. The world seemed to burn, burn. You published the letters she wrote you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. In clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you'd done? She said, "You have married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun." You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph how they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart. I am watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no pride to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all right to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You sleep
Chloe and James Nunnington there from Dronfield with their rendition of Burn from Hamilton. Like I say, Hamilton has been really popular tonight, so make sure you stay tuned as we've got more Hamilton coming up. And what a better weekend for it than the weekend that the 2015 Broadway production of the show has been released on Disney+. Hello and welcome. This is Lin-Manuel Miranda, an online concert celebration presented live by Joshua Mason, the company director at Inspirations Theatre Company. I would love to hear from you. Why not tell me in the comments whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, where you are from, what your favourite Lin-Manuel Miranda song is, and whether you have been able to watch Hamilton on Disney Plus and what you thought of it. I would really love to hear from you this evening, so get in touch. Also, make sure that you are following Inspirations across all of our social media platforms. We're available on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube. Find all of our profiles at Inspo Theatre, and then you will get all the latest and greatest updates and information. We've still got plenty of performances from all over the world to share with you, so let's get straight into the next one, which has been sent in to us by Katie Welch from Tampa in Florida. Hello, Katie. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Inspirations are working with Broadway Everyday Star Theatre based over in Florida and run by Katie to put together a performance of You Will Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen, and that's going to be premiering at our concert on the 18th of July, so a couple of weeks' time. So we're so excited. This is the first transatlantic thing that we've done at Inspirations, and we're really excited to share it with you and all the efforts that we are putting in behind the scenes for you. So big shout out to Katie and all the members over at Broadway Everyday Star Theatre. Thank you so much for getting involved with us. So Katie is doing a performance from another popular show which is being covered tonight, and that is Moana, and this was filmed on a lovely beach, which is very, very fitting, and Katie is going to be singing How Far I'll Go.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the light where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail and the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light how it shines on the sea, it's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? The light where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind on my sails and the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
Katie Welch from Tampa in Florida there with her rendition of How Far I'll Go from Moana. Now, if you love Moana, stay tuned because we've got more from that show coming up a little bit later on. We've still got plenty to get through here at our Lin-Manuel Miranda online concert celebration, so let's get straight into the next performance. And it's another familiar face. It's Amanda Shapiro from Valrico in the US of A. Hello, Amanda. Thank you so much for becoming a regular performer here with us at our online concert celebrations. And it's lovely to welcome you back. And you are doing your own rendition of You'll Be Back from Hamilton. So yes, You'll Be Back has been a very popular choice this evening, but does that matter? Not at all. We absolutely love receiving your submissions, and we don't have any rules or regulations on there being repeats or, oh sorry, we've already received that song, so can you do something else? Doesn't matter at all. We want to showcase you and what you love doing. So without further ado, here is Amanda Shapiro with her rendition of You'll Be Back from Hamilton.
Not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Ever and ever and ever and ever, you'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying day. When you're gone, I'll go mad, so don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Everybody.
Amanda Shapiro there from Florida with her rendition of You'll Be Back from Hamilton. I don't know about anybody else, but do you all have to sing along at the very end? Everybody? Da 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 da. Or is that just me? Well, whatever the case, I hope that you are enjoying the performances this evening so far. Again, we still have lots from Hamilton coming up later in the show and some more from Moana, including this next performance, which has been sent in to us by another familiar face, Zoe Pullinger from Homewood. And she is going to be doing a performance from Moana called I Am Moana. How apt. So thank you ever so much for this, Zoe. And here you are, without further ado, I Am Moana.
I knew a girl from an island. She stands apart from the crowd. She loves the sea and her people. She makes her whole family proud. Sometimes the world seems against you. The journey may leave a scar, but scars can heal and reveal just where you are. The people you love will change you. The things you have learned will guide you. And nothing on earth can silence the quiet voice still inside you. And when that voice starts to whisper, Moana, you've come so far. Moana, listen, do you know who you are? I am the girl who loves my island. I'm the girl who loves the sea. It calls me. I am the daughter of the village chief. We are descended from voyagers who found their way across the world. They call me. I delivered us to where we are. I have journeyed farther. I am everything I've learned and more. Still it calls me. Oh, listen out there, world, all it's inside me. It's like the tide, always falling and rising. I will carry you here in my heart, you remind me that come what may, I know the way. I am Moana.
Zoe Pullinger there with I Am Moana from Moana. Thank you so much for sending that in. Oh, I've got another performance starting, so we better go straight to it.
This is my street. I smile at the faces I've known all my life. They regard me with pride, and everyone's sweet. They say you're going places. So how can I say that while I was away, I had so much to hide? Hey guys, it's me. Biggest disappointment, you know. The kid couldn't hack it. She's back, and she's walking real slow. Welcome home, just breathe. Just breathe. As the radio plays those forgotten boleros, I think of the days when this city was mine. I remember the phrase, I te adoro, te quiero. The neighborhood waved and said, Nina, be brave and you're gonna be fine. Maybe it's me, but it all seems like lifetimes ago. So what do I say to these places that I used will you be? Straight and spine, smile for the neighbors. Everything's fine, everything's cool. The standard reply, lots of tests, lots of papers. Smile, wave goodbye, and pray to the sky. Oh God, and what will my parents say? Can I go in there and say, I know that I'm letting you down? Just
Hello everybody, so I don't know, I'm just making sure that the video is not carrying on playing before I get into talking about that. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry about that cut me off talking. We had to go straight into it, but that was Emily Gray from Sheffield. Hello, Emily. And her rendition of Breathe from In the Heights. Now, this was Lin-Manuel Miranda's very first multi-Tony Award winning show, in fact, and one that he starred in himself as Usnavi. And it's the one that we've been doing as our read-through this week, and Emily has been involved in that as well, which has been absolutely brilliant. And you'll have heard on that track that she sang all of the backing voices as well in Spanish. And those who have been with us for many, many weeks will also know that Emily represented Spain during our Eurovision musical contest as well. Now, this was something that we ran, it must be 5 or 6 weeks ago now, easily, all to raise money for the NHS and Acting for Others. And the live performance is still available. There are 14 different competing countries, and they all had to choose a song and perform a song from a musical based in their country. It was absolutely brilliant, and we have so far raised over £1,080 for those charities. And when you think that our initial target was just £200, we absolutely smashed that. You can still watch the performance. You can find it at tinyurl.com/Eurovision musical. And our Virgin money giving page is still active as well. If you would like to give a donation to those charities, then you can find that at tinyurl.com/Eurovision donate. But for this evening, hello, you are watching Lin-Manuel Miranda, an online concert celebration presented live by Joshua Mason, the company director at Inspirations Theatre Company, and we have still got plenty to get through tonight. So let's get into our next performance, which is the second performance that we have received from Evie Pullinger in Homewood. As I said before, no limit on the amount of performances that you want to send in. You are limited only by your time and imagination. So thank you so much, Evie, for sending us in a second performance this week. And we are going to be hearing her rendition of Burn from Hamilton.
I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. I thought you were mine. You said you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw her first arrive? She said, be careful with that love. He will do what it takes to survive. And when your words flooded my senses, your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm reading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign. And when you burn. this girl into our bed, and clearing your name, you ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she had put you down? She said, you've married an Icarus, he's flown too close to the sun, and when your words obsess with your legacy, your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph, how they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Elsa reacted when you broke her heart. You've torn it all apart, I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. And burning the letters, burning the memories that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You'll sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you
Thank you to Evie Pullinger for her rendition there of Burn from Hamilton. We've got some more Hamilton coming up next, and this is a new face. Hello to Joshua Lynch from Columbus, Georgia, in the United States of America. This performance is him doing You'll Be Back from Hamilton. It's been very popular tonight, which is absolutely fine. And I've got to say before we play this is that this was filmed live, but before social distancing and the COVID-19 pandemic was initiated. So that is why there are people in the audience, not socially distanced. It was because it was filmed before then. So we always love receiving new faces here at our concert. So thank you so much for sending this in, Joshua. And I hope that you've enjoyed the rest of the show so far. And we've still got plenty of other performances coming up as well. So make sure that you stay tuned. But for now, here is Joshua Lynch with his rendition of You'll Be Back from Hamilton.
You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da, da 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 yada, da 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 yada, da 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 da, da 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 yada, da 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 da. You say your love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. subject, 'cause you're my favorite subjects, my sweet, submissive subjects, my loyal, royal subjects, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war, for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad, so don't throw away this thing we had, 'cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Everybody! Da 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 da.
Joshua Lynch there from Columbus, Georgia in the United States of America with his rendition of You'll Be Back. And I'm just looking, that is actually the final version of You'll Be Back from Hamilton that we'll be seeing tonight. However, there is still more from Hamilton to come, so make sure you stay tuned if you are a Hamilton fan. This is Lin-Manuel Miranda, an online concert celebration presented live by Joshua Mason, the company director at Inspirations Theatre Company, as part of our 15th week of quarantine activities. Every week, we've pulled a different musical theatre theme out of the hat, and we have run activities throughout the week celebrating the life, work and times of that composer, lyricist, or we've even had more general themes like jukebox musicals and comedy musicals. And we are going to keep going while we are unable to rehearse face to face and we cannot put on performances for you live. So thank you so much to absolutely everybody who's been getting involved with our activities, especially these online concerts, as without you they can't happen. If we haven't got submissions, we cannot put on a concert for everybody else to be enjoying. So thank you so much. Please make sure that you are liking and following Inspirations across all of our social media networks. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok and YouTube. Find all of our profiles at Inspo Theatre, where you will get the latest and greatest updates from us and find out first what our next theme will be. We always announce new themes at 7:30 p.m. on a Sunday, so make sure you are tuned into all of those social networks to be able to find out first what the theme is and what activities we are going to be running. And also make sure that you invite your family and friends. All of our activities are completely free and open to everybody of all ages and abilities, and we would love to welcome along even more new faces like Joshua, who we've just seen perform. Coming up next, we have got another rendition of How Far I'll Go from Moana. And just like Zoe's video earlier, unfortunately we haven't got any video, it is just audio. But again, that is absolutely fine. If you don't have access to a video camera, you only have access to something to record audio, then you can still get involved. We would love to receive your submission, and then we can always overlay an image to go alongside, like we did with Zoe's, and like what we've done with our next performance, which has been sent in by Imogen Bounds from Chesterfield. Yes, we've heard from Imogen before. Again, I believe we last saw her as part of the comedy musicals concert, but equally she was supposed to be playing Cinderella in our version of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, which unfortunately has been postponed. But last week we debuted a performance of 10 minutes ago featuring both Imogen, our two princes, William and Leighton, and some of the ensemble cast as well. So make sure that you go and check that out. It was the first performance as part of our Rodgers and Hammerstein an online concert celebration performance, which took place at 7 p.m. last Saturday and is still available on YouTube, so you can catch her there too. You can just go to tinyurl.com/RH celebration. So without further ado, here is Imogen this week with her version of How Far I'll Go from Moana.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea, it's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
Imogen Bounds from Chesterfield there with her rendition of How Far I'll Go from Moana. And we've still got plenty to get through, so let's dive straight into the next performance, which has been sent in to us by Jacob and his sister Grace Beecham, who are also from Chesterfield, and they have put together a little Hamilton medley with Jacob playing the keyboard and singing along, and Grace singing as well. So thank you so much for putting this together, Jacob. Without further ado, here is your Hamilton medley.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and swallow, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took a book collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man?
Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait, just you wait.
I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves doing our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same.
satisfied.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean, you forget yourself.
You're like me, I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
I've never been satisfied.
My name is Angelica Schuyler.
Alexander Hamilton.
Where's your family from?
Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait, just you wait. When you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Oh, Philip, you outshine the morning sun. My son, when you smile, I fall apart. And I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around.
My father wasn't around.
I swear that I'll be around for you. Do whatever it takes.
I'll make a million mistakes.
I'll make the world safe and sound
for you.
You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you. You'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away.
Jacob and Grace Beecham from Chesterfield there with their Hamilton medley, which really is just an extension of something that, again, they did for our Eurovision musical contest. So Jacob and Grace were representing the UK and they bent the rules ever so slightly by performing a small rendition of You'll Be Back from Hamilton as part of, again, another medley that they did featuring musicals all based in the UK. And they said, oh yeah, but you know, that song is sung by a British monarch and he's like, you know, on British soil when he sings it. So that counts, right? And I was like, oh, go on then. And so it's been really nice to see both of you come back and expand on your Hamilton there with a fantastic Hamilton medley and a lovely slideshow of some pictures of the original Broadway cast, which of course you can now catch if you have Disney Plus, because it's just been released this weekend. So what more of an apt way to celebrate that than with this Lin-Manuel Miranda, an online concert celebration presented live by Joshua Mason, the company director at Inspirations Theatre Company. And can you believe we have now reached the penultimate performance tonight? We only have 2 more performances left, and this next one features some new faces as well. Woo! We love new faces. Hello, new people. So this is Daniel Rackham, Rebecca Jasmine, Kelly Chin, and Athira Ibrahim. Now, we've seen Athira last week, and all of these come from Broadway Academy in Malaysia. Hello, thank you so much for getting involved. And they have put together a version of the Schuyler Sisters. Now, this was the first song that I ever heard from Hamilton, and actually it was a gender bend that I heard that was done for a charity performance over in the States by 3 young guys. They must have only been, I'm terrible with ages, but I'd assume 12. Potentially, and that was the first time I heard it, and I was absolutely hooked on this song. And for a very long time, this was one of the only songs from Hamilton that I actually listened to, which I know is really bad. But before exploring other songs in the show, but like the Schuyler Sisters was the first one that got me into it, and so I'm so glad that somebody has put together a version of it for this concert. So without further ado, here again is Daniel, Rebecca, Kelly and Athira with their rendition of the Schuyler Sisters.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. But little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak in the city just to watch all the guys that work.
Angelica,
Work.
Eliza,
Work. The Schuyler sisters.
Angelica,
Peggy,
Eliza,
Work.
Daddy said to be home by sundown.
Daddy doesn't need to know.
Daddy said not to go downtown.
Like I said, you're free to go.
But look around, the revolution's happening in New York.
Angelica. Work.
It's bad enough that he wants to go to war.
We're shouting in the square.
It's bad enough that the violence on our shore. New ideas in the air. Look around.
Angelica, remind me what we're looking for.
She's looking for me.
Eliza, I'm looking for my network.
Work.
I'm looking for my network.
Work.
I'm looking for my network.
Work.
Whoa.
Ooh, there's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush, this is someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smell like a daddy's got money. While you slumming in the city with your fancy heels, you're searching for an urchin who can give you ideals.
Girl, you disgust me.
So if you disgust me, I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution? I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident and all that I'm created equal. And when I'm in Thomas Jefferson, I'm a compelled him to include women in the sequel. Work.
Look around, and how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, and how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world.
So I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So I say that I'm happening in New York. I want a revolution. To my declaration.
We hope this truth to be self-evident and all that are created equal. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Work,
Angelica, work.
Eliza,
Work.
the Schuyler sisters. We're looking for my network. Hey, in the greatest city in the world.
The Schuyler Sisters there, sung by Daniel, Rebecca, Kelly and Athira from Malaysia. Thank you so much for getting involved with this concert. And I know Rebecca had some problems getting it uploaded and I didn't receive this video until the very, very last minute, but I'm so glad that you got it to us. And like I say, Malaysia, the States, Italy, it's absolutely amazing that we really are reaching all of these different international shores. And I really hope long may it continue. We would love for everybody to get involved again. Congratulations to everybody who's taken part tonight. And like I say, we're going to be carrying on doing this. Our next theme is going to be announced at 7:30 p.m. UK time. I should probably start saying that now. 7:30 p.m. UK time tomorrow across all of our social media networks. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok and YouTube. Find all of our profiles at Inspo Theatre to find out what our next theme is, the activities that we are running and how you can be involved, no matter where in the world you are. So we have now reached our final performance of the evening, and this has been sent in to us by a familiar face and a new face. So the familiar face is Charlotte Pell from Tip Shelf. Hello Charlotte, it is lovely to welcome you back to our activities. And also the new face is Maggie Ahmed, who is from Glasgow. Brilliant. Hello Maggie, thank you so much for getting involved. And they are going to be doing a duetted version of How Far I'll Go from Moana. Now, as you all know, I always try and pick a song for our last one that is sort of like appropriate for the times, or, you know, to give you a sense of happiness going forward. And How Far I'll Go, I feel very much sums up how a lot of us still are feeling at the minute. You know, we're looking out to the sea and we're seeing, oh look, there's some things potentially reopening over there, and oh look, people are starting to return to work over there, and oh, like what is out there? Wouldn't it be amazing if we could get back to doing what we love doing as well? And so this was why I chose this song to go at the end. And because this was a duetted version, I thought that was a nice way to end as well. And also, Charlotte sent in a little bit more information about this performance as well, saying that the last time that Charlotte and Maggie performed together was actually in 2013 for their end of degree performance night. And so it's been really, really nice for them to put something together in lockdown and to be able to perform together, which I just think is really, really lovely. And again, such a testament for the times. Maybe this wouldn't have happened. You know, it might have been another 10 years before you were performing with each other. So it's really nice that you've been able to do it during these lockdown times, and that maybe if we weren't in lockdown and we weren't running these activities, this might not have happened. The other note is that the pictures that are part of this video were taken from the post-show celebration on Seaburn Beach, which is apparently one of the well-known chillaxing spots for their university students. So here is our final performance for our Lin-Manuel Miranda online concert celebration. Thank you so much to everybody who has taken part, and thank you to all of you who are watching along as well. I'm going to sign off in my usual way, which is to say, again, thank you so much for watching along. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Don't forget to join us live at 7:30 tomorrow across all of those social media networks to see what our next theme is. But most importantly, please stay safe, but keep performing. Good night.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why.
I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try.
Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to a place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go.
I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design.
I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine.
I can lead with pride, I can make us strong.
I'll be satisfied if I play along,
But the voice inside sings a different song.
what is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea, it's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? See the line where the shine meets the sea, it calls